But you're like thinking, I got all this stuff in my life. I don't like that one of Jesus. I like the other Jesus stuff. Just go, love people, or your sins are forgiven. I love you, whatever. Go and sell your possessions. No, thank you. But here's what Jesus was trying to tell this guy. He was saying to unhitch his heart from his money. And instead of finding his perfection in false, worldly, material perfection that is not perfect, he needed to find his perfection in God and God alone. And what Jesus was trying to get him to understand is instead of building a success story here on earth, he was to build that success story in heaven. The problem was, this young man wasn't ready for that heavenly perfection. He wasn't ready to say no to things now, to say yes to Jesus now, in order to experience a perfection for all of eternity. Instead, here's what he does. He embraced a life of comfort to pursue a false worldly perfection. By our standards, maybe here, when I look at my life, I don't consider myself rich and wealthy. But when I look at our worlds, and you look at history, I'm at about the top 1% of history. And so are you and everyone watching this online. So we read this story and be like, he's talking about rich people. Good thing that doesn't apply to me. You're rich. You've lived a life of comfort. In some ways, you have not found your perfection in God. The worldly material stuff has captivated your heart. But here's the question that we need to ask is what degree have we embraced that life of comfort, that false perfection of our worlds? Do we value stuff over people? Do we value our wealth and building wealth over being generous and loving the people around us? If push came to shove, are we ready to forsake our wealth, our possessions, our worldly treasures if it stands in the way between us and Jesus?